In this video, we'll look at how to avoid getting into nagging 2-on-1 situations and how to respond to typical checks in the opening. Okay, so on the position on the screen right now, white just played bishop f1 to b5 check. And there are many ways to respond to this check by blocking the diagonal. But many new players will play knight c6. However, let's count and we'll see why this is not a good move right now. White has the knight attacking c6 and bishop attacking c6, but black only has the b7 pawn protecting. So right now we are having a 2-on-1 situation, and in fact after the captures, white has a fork on the king and the rook. So not only does white win the b7 pawn, white will be able to win another exchange by winning the a8 rook. So after trade, now white is up a rook and a pawn for a bishop, meaning up 3 points in this particular position. So because of this, knight c6 is not a good idea. And since knight c6 is not a good idea, how can we defend against the check? Other possibilities are knight b to d7, knight f to d7, or bishop d7. Clearly, queen d7 is not a good idea because we don't want to give up the queen. Knight f to d7 is also not a good idea because we don't want to retreat the knight and we want to develop other pieces. Knight b to d7 is reasonable and actually is a pretty good move. And with the idea after say white castles, black will continue to develop bishop g7 and then castle next move. Then this knight can be moved away. So knight b d7 is very reasonable move. However, for many new players, I would suggest playing bishop d7. The idea is to not giving opponent a chance to have a strong pin. So knight b to d7, this pin is still very nagging and annoying. For stronger players, they don't worry about this because they know they will castle immediately and get out of the pin. But for newer players, just avoid situations like this. Play bishop d7, try to get rid of this attacker as soon as possible. If white trade, then knight takes and continue to castle. Or if white doesn't trade, let's say retreat, we continue to develop on the castle as well. Okay, so to summarize, avoid getting into nagging 2-on-1s and getting into nagging pins. And try to get your king into safety early in the opening.